wellness sessions and like yoga sessions focused. And the reason why it began when it did is because I was connected with Janice Bond. Some of you might know her. She's a local like cultural curator and arts advocate here, and I didn't know her. Like my friend, my new friend now, like three years in with RJ Eldridge, he connected us and he was like, I just think that you should talk with her about your ideas. And I was like, okay. And I saw that she posted on Facebook. This was when I was at my 9-to-5 still. I saw that she posted that she was gonna open up her afternoon and meet with, you know, anyone who wanted to run an idea by her. So I said yes, and I like straight up left like my day job. Like I put that I was like at lunch, and like my position was not one that you even like go to lunch like that. I just like peaced out. I was like that. It was like that shows like I was just determined, and like she was really busy and always traveling. So I was like, I need to meet her. So I left, I went to her condo, and she lived in the South Loop at the time. And just like literally just sat in her living room and just told her like about myself for like 2 hours. Like she literally was like, okay, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, in my head I was like, I still don't know you, but okay, RJ said that you're cool, let me talk to you. And at the very end of just like telling her all my ideas, she just looked at me and she was like, okay, so when do you want to start? And I was like, you know, like 6 months to a year, just gotta get my things together. You know? yeah. And she was like, no, you can start in 2 weeks. You can use my space to start doing Black-owned yoga sessions, get comfortable teaching yoga, and the rest will go from there. And like, instead of, just because she was so confident, I was like, and I think generally too, like I never didn't think that it was gonna like turn into something to be meaningful, but I didn't really think that it was gonna be like immediately something that people were gonna resonate with and it was gonna grow. So I think that what I just needed in that moment, and hopefully you all can find this too, is like someone who was just like, yes, like the people who are doubting you, just try and either drown them out or like take them out of your life, and or just to really just start to consciously surround yourself with people who are just like affirming your ideas, because that's just so powerful. And what happened was then I just started to see how things quickly manifested whenever I started more actively viewing things from a place of possibility and faith, rather than like, well, what if this goes wrong, or like, what if, you know what I mean? So like about a month in, I remember there was a session that I had scheduled to guide, but then something came up and I couldn't do it. So I was like, oh, Janice, I'm gonna have to cancel the session. She was like, no, that just means you need to grow your team. And I was like, grow my team? You know what I mean? And it was like little things like that that just kept happening and still happen today. It's like, if you identify a parent challenge or problem, it's like, that's just, yeah, it's just an opportunity to like think bigger, think differently. And again, just being mindful of like who you surround yourself in the kinds of like, someone said negative self-talk was holding them back, like really being conscious of like shifting the way that you communicate with your own self about what you're possible, what you're capable of. So
I'm reading the book Infinite Possibilities by Mike Dooley. I'm rereading it. A year ago I had checked it out for the library because I saw it online and people were recommending it, and I was like, okay, I love it. And just rereading it and seeing how I've grown since the last time I've read it, and just how much things resonate, and seeing that, yeah, that has happened. I watch a lot of, or I listen to a lot of Abraham Hicks on YouTube, and just constantly filling myself up with the positivity. And I teach my clients, like, what's the most compassionate thought that you can have right now? Yeah. What's, you know, like, what is that really kind to you? This thought that you're thinking about yourself. Would you say that to your best friend? Would you say that to your child, or whoever is the most important figure to them? Or would you say it to your plant? Like you brought up plants, which I absolutely love, and I'm always teaching. Like, I gift my clients plants, and I'm like, you know, think of yourself as like this plant. Water yourself with the things you love to do. What lights you up every single day? What will help you to get out of bed? Okay, sure, your parents want you to get a job, but right now, where you are right now, what's the most accessible thing that you can reach for? And as many of you have spoken about, like reducing that time between, if we're talking about procrastination, reducing that time between having the thought and taking that action. What's the smallest little thing that I can do? And sometimes it's like, I really want to email Lauren. I really want to email, like, girl, you spent 5 minutes thinking about this email. You could at least type the draft out. You may not have to send it or proofread. Right. You just I breathe. What can I do? What little step can I take?
You